It's 7:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Lake Macquarie residents are being urged to have their say on the proposed merger of the local council with Newcastle before time runs out. Submissions to IPART closed today as part of the state government's controversial Fit for the Future program. Lake Mayor Jody Harrison believes a merger will only add further costs to ratepayers.
There are sustainability issues with councils right across the state. There's no doubt about that. The issue, though, is whether amalgamations are the only solution. There are considerable costs, hundreds of millions of dollars in amalgamation, and that will ultimately have to be borne by the ratepayer.
Workers cutting scrap metal have sparked a fire at Kooragang Island overnight. Fire crews were called to the Sims Metal facility off Cormorant Road just after 7 and quickly doused the flames in the pile of scrap metal. However, they were called back when smoke began drifting over the nearby coal loader and the harbour. They covered the pile with soil to completely extinguish the fire. Tomorrow, Hunter motorists will be hit with higher petrol prices for the second time this year due to the indexation on petrol. The tax on petrol has gone up 1% per litre, with projections of an additional 20 cents per litre within 10 years. NRMA President Kyle Loade says some of the proceeds should be used to fix wine country roads and reduce congestion on Newcastle Road and the New England Highway at Hexham.
So we have a local road system that has congestion. There's also some safety issues, particularly after the recent storms. They need to be brought up to scratch. If we get a 50% guarantee back of the taxes paid by motorists, it will go a long way into fast-tracking investment into local council roads.
BHP Billiton has apologised over a toxic blast fume at its Hunter Valley mine, saying it's left the company embarrassed. The mining giant has been ordered to pay more than $100,000 in fines and costs over the blast at the Mount Arthur mine at Muswellbrook in February, which resulted in an orange fog and left 14 people suffering health problems. The end is in sight for the revitalisation of the Singleton CBD, with work on the town's main street due to wrap up this weekend. John Street has been closed to traffic at various times since January to allow for the work to proceed, with final asphalt surfacing to be completed today and tomorrow, allowing for the road to be restored to two-way traffic. Mayor John Martin says there's still some minor work to complete, but it shouldn't stop traffic using the road.
There will still be some works to do on some of the footpath and some of the paving, but that's something that can be done once the traffic starts to flow. There'll be no problem with that. So in actual fact, our project for the revitalisation of the main street has taken us 6 months from start to now being able to open that up for traffic.
Briefly, the Rural Fire Service is giving us a heads up about a hazard reduction burn-in at the Uraring Power Station this weekend. And after 10 years, the driver of Newcastle's famous tram, Lance Cossa, will hand over the keys today and begin his retirement.
Sport, thanks to our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club.
Interim Newcastle Knights coach Danny Badiris is mixing it up for this weekend's match against the Dragons, debuting 26-year-old Nathan Ross. Named the 2014 New South Wales Cup Fullback of the Year, Ross is keen to finally hit the field in first grade.
I thought that it might have slipped me by for another year, but I always believed in my own ability. Continue to back yourself, and even though your back's against the wall, just keep trying, and dreams do come true if you do chase it.
Meanwhile, there's speculation the players had a role in the dismissal of former Knights coach Rick Stone. It's thought the side's 12 from 14 losing run saw the players lose faith in Stone, approaching the board with concerns over his coaching ability. New Jets recruit Cameron Watson believes his move to Newcastle has breathed new life into his game. The midfielder is glad for the change of atmosphere, saying he feels fresh when training with the Jets squad. That's sport. I'm Georgia Moylan.
To NURFM News Time, 26 to 8.